Hi, my name's Babs Gallimore. 9 years ago, my son Paul, who was an alcoholic, he actually lost his life to alcoholism after a really, really tough time. He went in Birchwood, everywhere to help him, but nothing seemed to help until one day he actually had a varicose bleed, which actually caused him to be taken into the Royal Hospital, where I think probably they saved his life by putting a stent into his liver and giving Paul 7.5 years of sobriety. This was the road to recovery for Paul, but unfortunately it didn't last, and Paul picked up when he was at a barbecue one day, which led to the fact that his liver couldn't take any more, and Paul was rushed to Wirral Park and sadly passed away. I'm able to speak like this because it's 9 years, even though I do fall apart. But I feel if I fall apart, well, I'm not good at doing the things that I do for other people. So I keep strong. After Paul's death, I didn't really know what to do. I was a novice at addiction. I didn't know why it happened, why it was my son. So I set about thinking about what I could do to help others in addiction, maybe to make my journey a bit better than it was. So I sought out a guy that I knew was an ex-drug and alcohol person, and he actually, after a few words where he told me to politely go away because I wasn't ready because I was crying all the time, so his wise words enabled me to start the group, which is Life is a Gift, which is a tattoo which was on Paul's neck when he was in sobriety. So I thought it was really admirable to call the group that name, and Andy started off with me, Andy Dunn, and then the group has been running now for over 7.5, 8 years. So I'm loving it with the people that I work with. And then Wirral Ways to Recovery got in touch with me about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and asked me would I like to come into Wirral Ways to run my group, which was a big turning point in my life because it was an association where Change, Grow and Live, I think it's called now. So it was an association that really, really set me on the road to where I am today, which was the educational side of, courses, learning, how to deal with people, how to speak correctly to somebody who is in addiction, not to judge them. And I think really this is my life now. And I'm in Wirral Ways as a volunteer. And as I say, I run my group and do everything that I can to learn more and to help others on my way. Recovery to me means everything. I have another son who's in addiction, who's going into Birchwood tomorrow. So we hope and pray that they'll get through it, but really it depends on the person themselves, and all we can do is help them on the way and try to make them feel that they're worthy. And addiction, helping people in addiction to me is second to none. It's my life now, so that is all I ever think about, really. I always think if Paul was here today, he may have had a chance because of what I do. I might have been a bit more knowledgeable to help him and to say the right things maybe, but I never beat myself up because I was a novice, and we're all a novice to start when we need to learn. It educates us, and I think a lot more people should be educated out there in schools, everything, where their children can be helped before it actually gets to a really bad point in their lives. I think if someone embarks on a recovery journey, they will know when they are ready, and I think it will change their life forever. They'll do and see things that they've never seen before, because living with my son when he was in addiction, he didn't know what day it was. He was in a fog. he was in a world where he drank when he got up in the morning till he went to sleep of a night, and it's a waste of a life. So I think if we plant the seed to somebody that they can get the help they need, and if they want it, that it's there for the taking, they can get it. It's easy to do if they want to do it, but not everybody gets it first time, and that's okay. If you don't get it first time, you try again, and that's what you do through life. We're all on a mission of learning, and I'm on a mission of learning, and I'll just learn forever, I think. I'll never give up. My top tips, I think, would be find your friends, because at the moment you have drinking partners. If you need to get in recovery, you need to change your life, move away from the people that you drink with. Find a different plan, a route, get help. That's the first step of walking in, asking for help, because then you can embark on everything that is there for you. And you'll find that your life will change, because the people that can help you have actually been where you are, and they can show you the way, if that's the right way to put it. They can show you the right way to go. But it all boils down to you've got to want it really badly to get it. And I think everybody that walks through the door in my group, some people don't get it, but that's okay, because they come every week and for 2 hours they don't have a drink when they're in the group. So it's like a learning curve. So I pray to God that one day they will get it, and unfortunately a lot of people don't, and I just wish that they could, but it's an ongoing thing in life. My group, Life is a Gift, is every Thursday evening, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m, and it's in Morton Community Centre, which is Maryland Lane in Morton. It's a lovely, relaxed atmosphere, tea, coffee, cake, biscuits, a lovely chat. And I'll just say that the group is not just for people in addiction or out of addiction, it's actually for family members. If you have a friend down the road whose son is bad, you can pass the word on, and everybody's welcomed. And I've never in all the time I've run the group had somebody walk out, so we must be doing something right.